Hi everyone. Today's mission is to finally make my E36 Touring road legal again. Let's see if we can make it. I bought this car last spring and ever since I've been fixing issue after issue because this thing keeps breaking down. Countless oil leaks, rust issues, exhaust leaks, coolant leaks. One of the biggest problems happened just recently when I was doing skids on snow. The car stopped moving and there was this grinding noise. I thought the differential had blown up, but it was actually the CV axle. I was able to find used axles, so I got it replaced. There are still a few things need to be sorted out before the inspection. There are some rust issues, there are some oil and coolant leaks. Who would have guessed? So here is one of the problems. I'm just gonna patch this up. Also, this fender needs a little love. There are some old patches here. They have to be replaced. There you can see something leaking. Some kind of patch here. This one also needs fixing, unfortunately. I will start with the rust holes and then I'm gonna see what I can do about the leaks. I think the jack will go through the floor. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this is not how I imagined this day would start. I'm gonna have to disassemble the interior a bit because I can see the carpet from here. Okay, I removed the carpet a little bit, and in terms of floor, hello. I was wondering why on the driver's side the carpet was most of the time frozen. Even after sitting in the garage for a few days, the carpet was still wet, so the water came through the hole and that's why the carpet was always wet. Yeah, no, this is completely normal E36 stuff. I removed the worst rust parts. I still have the jacking point. The frame was so badly rusted that I don't even know where I'm supposed to weld these new parts, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the jacking point. I'm gonna have to check some photos online. I really don't know how the inside of the rocker panel is made. And disclaimer, this is my daily driver. I'm gonna make it okay-ish, but it's not going to be anything like OEM. Okay, it seems that this inner part is supposed to be linked to this floor, and this part should be some sort of a frame rail. And then lastly, I don't know if this is savable, but I was thinking of making my own jacking point here, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let's see how that goes. you need to weld your car, don't call me. Everything's now welded from the inner seal. It's not my proudest welds, but it's an E36, so who cares, right? I'm now gonna clean the welds and smoothen them up a little bit, and yeah, it should be good to go. Okay, next thing to do is to make a new jacking point. Okay, I found these two bad boys. This is gonna be the base plate for the jacking point. This pipe will go on top of it. I forgot to make a hole here. I'm going to replicate the original shape here somehow. Yeah, that probably wasn't the textbook way to do that. I'm not a welder, in case you haven't noticed. Okay, our part is nearly finished. All we have to do is to measure how much we have to cut out of this pipe. I saw something like this made on YouTube. I think it's gonna work. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, according to my calculations, I should make a hole here and then cut the pipe. Okay, the battery died, so I'm gonna cut out this hole. Should be a good fit. Okay, the jacking point has been welded, so I think it's a good time for a stress test. Still intact. The wheel is in the air. I may add something to make it stronger. So far it looks good. Okay, the part is looking good. I'm going to weld it together with this jacking point. But before anything else, I'm gonna have to paint the inside. So the plan is I'm going to fix the outer panel from the jacking point first, and then one straight sheet here, and then last part is corner part, which will be the most difficult part. I'm gonna start with the easy ones and then move on to the front. At first, everything seemed to be going really well, almost too well. The welds were coming together and I was feeling pretty confident that this job would turn out just the way I wanted. But just when I thought I had it all under control, I took a closer look and I realized something was horribly wrong. Somehow I had made a huge mistake with the bottom panel, and at that moment I did not know what to do. Okay, so the part has been welded, but I realized that I have made a huge mistake with this one. As you can see, the rocker panel is actually far away from this line. The previous repairs were actually done the same way before. It had been cut above the original line before, so that's why I didn't realize this. So yeah, I mean, I could leave it like this and make the front corner. I don't think I could live with that. That's way too far. I mean, at this point, I'm thinking of buying new rocker panels, but that would mean all the exterior panels, I did them for nothing. I spent some time with them, but not too much time. I haven't even checked how much the rocker panels cost, because I think I could save money by doing the panels on my own, but I'll think about it. They cost around 50 euros each. I was certain that these would be about 150 per side, but I was surprised to find that they were this cheap. I decided to buy them both because we still have to do this side, so we're gonna need the other one too. And since they were all so cheap, I thought this would be the best thing to do, especially when the front corners are included in these. I think these are the best ways to fix the rocker panels. And if and whenever I need to do the rear parts, then I will already have the rocker panels available. Right now I'm just going to cut out the front part. I'm not gonna replace the whole rocker panels. So yeah, let's get to cutting. That's a lot nicer than the part that I did. Yeah. Alright, our repair panel is ready. I also painted the inside already, and I made some holes so we can weld it to the floor. As I thought, this will not fit perfectly. This jacking hole is a little bit off the original place, but I'm sure this will be just fine. Also, these corners, they're left open like this, so you can adjust it. I also had to add some material to the bottom of this jacking point because the new part sits a little bit lower than the part that I made. Also, we are running out of welding gas. I hope it's enough for this repair. Okay, outer part has been welded. That went surprisingly well. The welds are not too high, so that means I don't have to grind too much, which is good. Took me a while because every time I welded I had to cool them down. The part looks absolutely amazing. Now we get to the lower part. Okay, our corner is welded. Now to the bottom part. Alright, we ran out of gas. So I guess that's it for today. I got most of it welded. Got our front corner welded and the bottom part. I'm gonna go and get a replacement bottle and come back tomorrow to grind all the welds down and see if we have to re-weld anything. We got the new bottle. Now we got welding gas for the other side too. But now I will be grinding down the welds I made. And I like grinding. It's just, I love it. Alright guys, the part is now finally welded and grinded. The welds are pretty smooth. Yeah, came out pretty good. And here you can see the front corner. I didn't spend too much time grinding down the welds because it's under the fender, so we're never gonna see that. But now I'm gonna add some body filler and we'll see what it looks like after that. It's the next day. Our bando has been dried up and now it's time to sand it down and paint the panel, and then I'm gonna apply some stone chipping to this area. Okay, I think that's good enough. The stone chipping paint will cover all the imperfections underneath, so we don't have to spend too much time sanding this down. While I'm waiting for the primer to dry, I was thinking about what could I do for the car while I wait for the primer to dry. Then I came into this license plate slide thing, why it's poking out like that. Seems like it's missing some screws. Anyway, yeah, now when the paint is drying, I'm gonna paint some stone chipping on top of it, and then this rocker panel should be ready. I can't believe I'm saying that, but alright, primer paint has been dried. I peeled off this tape a little bit so we can sort of like fade the stone chipping. Let's see how that goes. Right, stone chipping paint has dried up. You can still see the outline of the new part. I'm not gonna spend time bondoing and sanding it. If you look at the rest of the car, it's not exactly perfect. For now, I'm just gonna paint this over with the paint. I actually have no idea if this is correct. But anyway, let's get to it. Alright, that's it. Time to drop the car back on its wheels and see the results. Also, I will have to add some glue between the floor panel and the rocker panel. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. What would you use in between those panels? Well, there it finally is. If you really squeeze your eyes, you really can't even see the color difference. I mean, the car definitely is black. The repair panel is black. Who cares? I can't even describe how amazing the actual panel looks like. I mean, yeah, of course, it's a notable difference, but the panel itself looks absolutely amazing. I can't even describe it. I'm gonna end the video here because this repair took so much time from me. So my initial plan was to make this one episode and see if we could get the car MOT inspected, but seems like there's too much work to do, so I'm gonna make this maybe 1 or 2 episodes more, depending on how much work there's to be done. But yeah, the rocker panel is fixed, finally. Thanks again everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And we ran into some problems. I am turning the wheel right now. You can see the tires aren't exactly turning that much. So yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the steering column. But more about that in the next episode, I guess.